Fly Me to the Moon. Okay, so let's analyze our little chord melody. It's an A-7. It's an E7 flat 9. You can hear it there. Third chord, A-7. This is like an A7 flat 9. D-7. F6 there, or D-7. And then a little passing chord to a G7, F6, G7, G7 flat 9, C6. And then here, or you can, I think I might have done a C major 7 or a C6, up to you. Then we have a G flat 7, which is passing towards an F. And we could voice the next note in the melody, A, on top of an F major 7, or I think I might have used an F6. You can vary these, of course. This is not the only way that you can play the melody. Diminished, again. So that's E diminished, yeah. A D-7, C sharp diminished, and this is a B half diminished. And then we do our C sharp diminished again, which is acting as like an A7, I'd imagine. But here we're changing from a D-7, even though the bass note is D and the top note is F, instead of D-7 it's a D-6. And then an inversion of D-6 after the diminished. What have we got? So, no, straight there, sorry. E7, E7 flat 9, E7 over the D, and then B diminished, which functions as a E7 flat 9. A-7, A7 flat 9. Alright, and then a D-7, G7. Here, it's like a D-7 over G, like a G sus, a G7 flat 9, and then there's a nice little like a C major 9 to C6 9, or C6, sorry. Just diminished, it's A7, and then D-7 again. Oh, I think I might have used this, which is like a kind of like a G7 flat 9 over A flat, or whatever you can think of it as a. That's how I think of it anyway. And then diminished, D diminished, passing towards a C major 7, and then we quickly move up. So, or you could go. If you wanted, use diminished, but I think I use G7, A flat 7, C6, So, I think that's right. Something like that. And then, now that's just a turnaround. B minor 7, E7, and then I quickly put that chord in just to resolve. Oh, sorry. And then we're back into familiar territory. I think I walked a bass line down there or something. And then same thing as the first time round. Sorry. And then all of that's the same. Might have added in an augmented fifth there. And then this is the same here. That's an E half diminished. And you'll probably notice quite often I use this finger, which is the second finger on my fretting hand, to cover off two notes in the middle. It's not as accurate as that, but I find just with the fatness of my fingertips, I find that really hard. So it's actually easier for me to do that. But whatever, it's up to you. How you voice that, how you finger that, sorry. And then, so you can kind of strike the open E and then open A. It's an A7 flat 9 sharp or A augmented 7 or sharp 5. And then just a very simple D9 or D7. And then an F over G. Now diminished chords. Or whatever, and then in some kind of line. I think I ended on this chord. It's one of my favourite chords. Okay, so that's what's happening there. A couple of bits of advice is that with these, first of all, play it slow with these quick chord movements, as in lots of chord movements, sorry. That's kind of, that's a lot of work. You probably get it fast if you practiced enough, I suppose, but that's not the point here. Just the point is to get every chord really crisp. This is a good exercise. Just play through each chord and kind of really over-pronounce. Well, not over-pronounce, just correctly pronounce each chord. See what I'm doing there? Just trying to get both hands really in sync, but particularly the left hand, which is moving so much and doing so much, so many things of a complex nature. So that's the breakdown, and that's that's a breakdown of what's happening with the chords, what those chords actually are, and the melody. I mean, I guess as a suggestion, I might even try and find a nice YouTube link where the melody's played by a horn or sung by a vocal. That kind of, because a lot of people mess with the melodies. You might hear. Lots of articulations and notes thrown in and extra notes and different rhythmic things. So I'll try and find something nice and put it on here so that you can hopefully hear something in the phrasing. There you go. Enjoy that, and we'll see you here for lots more real soon.